David Moyes has given his pre-match press conference ahead of Everton versus Newcastle United tomorrow at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. The game kicks off at 5:30 and is on Sky Sports. The manager was asked about whether he could take anything from the victory at Manchester United the other night, the battling display, whether that would help kick Everton on again. It was obviously a tremendous result at the on Monday night, despite everything that went on. And Moyes was asked whether that could help kick Everton forward for the rest of the season. This is what he had to say.
Well, I think more importantly, with the league position's been really tight. It was a difficult away game for us. To pick up 3 important points was really important for us. We've wanted our away form to pick up, and I thought that was certainly a great way to get it going. So I think it was the points more than anything. It was just 3 really important points. I understand that winning a game with 10 men, a lot can be talked about it. But from my point of view, I come away and thinking what a terrific 3 points, and important, especially with the way the league table is.
There you go. I mean, the result was achieved in adverse times, wasn't it? On Monday, obviously losing Seamus Coleman after 10 minutes, and then the incident between Idrissa Gana Gueye and Michael Keane. The manager was asked about the incident between the two, said it is over, it's done. Said we've moved on. Obviously, there was a video on social media yesterday of Michael Keane and Idrissa Gana Gueye with boxing gloves on, getting in the ring while Beto refereed it. Just proving that they were past the said incident. However, what they're not past is a 3-game ban for Idrissa Gana Gueye. And David Moyes was asked, or sort of was told that Everton hadn't appealed it because no one knew. This is what he said.
Well, we have appealed it, and our appeal was turned down. We haven't been given any reason why it was turned down, but we did appeal it immediately.
There you go. I mean, I don't know what I said. He wasn't told. People didn't know Everton had appealed it. The manager confirmed we did, but we were told it wasn't getting reduced. Get on with it, basically, with no real sort of information around it, no explanation as to why it wasn't reduced from maybe 3 down to 2 or down to 1 even. It was just a straight no. So I expect nothing less from the PGMOL, to be honest, but the manager confirming they did try to get a reduction in the ban for Idrissa Gana Gueye. A bit of disappointing news came out of the press conference, and that was regarding Merlin Rohl, who the manager confirmed, I think it was last week, that he'd had a hernia operation a couple of weeks before. Was asked for a little bit of an update on Rohl today. This is what David Moyes said.
Yeah, we are. No, Merlin having an operation's made us light. So we are quite short. But we've got other people who can play in there. Charlie Alcaraz, Dwight McNeil if we need to as well. I think those players can do the job in there if required as well. But overall, the sort of the 4 midfield players which we had, we're just beginning to. Merlin probably not going to be back maybe till start of January, and obviously Idrissa's injury keeps us pretty short in that area.
There you go. Really disappointing news that it could be early January before Rohl's available. Hopefully this sorts out what has been a little bit of an issue. There's always the danger when you go under, you have that surgery, it can take 4 to 6 weeks to heal properly, and that was sort of the danger with it, wasn't it? In an ideal world, he'd have been available once Idrissa left. And listen, it might still be that. It might be the crossover is Arsenal, and maybe he'll be slightly ahead of schedule and be back for sort of Burnley away and Forest away. But at the moment, David Moyes saying it'll be early January, it looks like, for Merlin Rohl's return. It means, of course, tomorrow Everton are without Jared Branthwaite, Seamus Coleman, Merlin Rohl, Idrissa Gana Gueye and Nathan Patterson for the visit of Newcastle. And for a squad that is massive, you can see why people are getting a little bit concerned at the thinness of it. But Nathan Patterson has been back on the grass, as they say. Everton have put their training gallery out and he was heavily involved in first team training. So if he isn't in the squad tomorrow, maybe he'll be back in the squad for the trip to Bournemouth on Tuesday, and just to give a little bit more experience to what is looking like a very, very thin bench for the next couple of weeks. Newcastle United manager Eddie Howe has given his press conference ahead of Newcastle's trip to Everton. He said David Moyes is doing some unbelievable things at Everton. They've had some tremendous results and they carry real threats in the wide areas. Obviously, Jack Grealish and Iliman Ndiaye have caught the headlines, for most things. Ndiaye scoring the most goals, obviously, for Everton, being the top scorer. Jack Grealish, the equal most assists in the Premier League, of course, hasn't he, as well. So them two being in excellent form, and how rightly so pointing that out. He also confirmed that Newcastle will be without Kieran Trippier, Emil Kraft, William Osler and Joan Wissa. Excuse me. But he did say Sven Botman is still nursing a slight back injury, but is in the squad. He was on the bench, I think, for Marseille defeat the other night, but he is back in the Newcastle squad. So they're still without a few players, as Everton are as well. Be a tough game, and a tough game for both sides, of course. Everton have confirmed that Hill Dickinson Stadium has been named as a proposed venue for the Women's 2035 World Cup. It's part of the UK's bid to host the event, and Liverpool is one of 16 cities proposed throughout England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland. FIFA are expected to announce the host venue in April 2026, so good luck to the UK for their bid as well. And finally, let me point you at our Black Friday sale. You can get 20% off the Toffee TV store. You can get your Christmas jumper like this. Others are available there, as we've got a brand new one that's come out today as well. So get over to the Toffee TV store and claim your 20% Black Friday discount. Make sure you check out the match preview Everton Newcastle me and Ped have done, and look out for all of the match content over the weekend. Have a fantastic weekend. Up the Toffees. See you later.